What's good, YouTube? Today we're gonna be looking at baby killers reacting to prison sentences. Look, killing a person is one thing. Killing a teenager is another. What beef do you have with a baby? Are you just putting them in the trash can? Anyway, let's get started. Damn, oh, damn, he got hit? Oh, you know what? All of that is warranted. All of it. Damn, he hurt. Oh. No, I'm sorry. Did he just Superman dive in front of that? Can you even blame him for attacking the parent? Lucky I don't have a gun.
All 7 defendants have something in common.
Yeah, they're all ugly, right? Plus, who's this mugshot? Nigga, back up!
They all murdered innocent children.
Oh,
However,
that too.
They're about to find out that even the hallowed walls of a courtroom could never save them from the wrath of a parent.
Damn, okay, he's spitting poetry? That's how you know they crazy. What do we got? Talk to me. Okay. What's happening?
The death of a young child is always shocking, but
Of
it is
course.
even more chilling when they're brutally murdered. In the case of 11-week-old Parker Bowes, he was murdered by none other than his father. Take a seat.
He didn't even get to see his first birthday. You hating the fact that you have to buy him a gift at the year 1. He was like, nah, bro, let me end him a little early. Like, he was 1 week left, bro. Wait, 11-week-old, not 11 months. Yo, okay. 11 weeks? He ain't even get to see 3 months? Come on, bro.
At Gibson County Courthouse, Judge Robert Craig is about to deliver the final verdict of Quinn Bowes, a father sentenced for the unthinkable crime of ending his infant's
Yeah, and also arrest him for his ears, cause holy shit, he heard his sentence from 30 miles away.
son's life. However, someone else in the courthouse would deliver an even more vicious retribution. All
Damn.
seemed well in a small Indiana town until its peace was shattered in May 2018.
What
The
happened?
reason? 11-week-old Parker Bowes was found lifeless. His fragile
RIP.
body had been subjected to blunt force head trauma. You would think the perpetrator was some depraved deviant lurking in the night, but it turned out to be his father, 23-year-old Quinn Bowes. As investigators pieced together the grim details of Parker's final moments,
What'd
the
they do?
evidence pointed out that Parker had been attacked by his father, even though Quinn claimed the baby had gotten his bruises from an accident. Arrested
Okay, so what happened? Oh, so you just accidentally just Mortal Kombat fatality punched them? Like, how could you punch a baby by accident, huh?
and charged with first-degree murder,
Damn.
Quinn faced the possibility of 40 years in prison. However,
Damn.
things took an unexpected turn when Quinn's trial was abruptly cancelled and a plea agreement was reached. In exchange for the dismissal of the more severe charge of first-degree murder,
What
Quinn
happened?
pled guilty to a level 2 felony charge of domestic battery, resulting in death. This plea agreement significantly altered the course of Quinn's fate, reducing
Damn, y'all sure the baby didn't punch him too? Because what's happening in his forehead? I'm playing connected dots right here, dude.
significantly altered the course of Quinn's fate, reducing his potential incarceration.
The
Damn.
judge has sentenced Quinn Bowes to 19 years in prison and 6 years probation.
The final judgment
Give him longer than that. What? 19 years? He gonna be alright.
handed down was 25 years, with 19 years to be served in prison and the remaining
Okay.
6 on probation. As Quinn Bowes was led out of the courtroom to serve the sentence of 25 years pronounced upon him, Jeremiah Hartley,
Damn.
known affectionately as Matt, the baby's uncle, was overcome with a torrent of grief and rage. In a moment that would become
Okay, I'm assuming it's the uncle on the wife's side. With all means, bruh. Two-piece him, bruh. Mike Tyson his ass, bite his ear.
etched in the memories of all present, Matt lunged forward, swiftly attacking Bowes. This act of raw, unbridled emotion resulted in Matt facing a battery charge and 179 days in jail for contempt of court.
No, free him, bruh. What? Y'all are mad because he enacting more justice than what y'all niggas put? Come on, dude.
In June 2022, a Cincinnati
happened?
courtroom became the center of a sensational scene. Decean Brown, after brutally murdering a mother and her 3-year-old son, sat patiently in the courtroom.
Okay, what did the 3-month-old son do? Are you scared that he's gonna snitch? He can't even talk yet, bruh. Most he can say is goo goo gaga. Are you afraid that he's gonna be like Kill Bill and then haunt your family in the future? This is not the movies, bro. Just don't kill babies.
Awaiting his verdict. What he wasn't expecting was the father of his 3-year-old victim delivering instant justice. Let's head to the Hamilton Common
Instant?
Plea courtroom, where we're about to witness the raw and unbridled reaction of a heartbroken father seeking retribution for an unspeakable loss.
Of course it would be
Brown,
Ohio.
A 23-year-old man, found himself at the center of a criminal investigation that gripped the public's attention and evoked a powerful reaction from the community. Also at the center of this criminal case were the victims, Nitisha Lattimore and
Damn.
her 3-year-old son, Nilo.
3-year-old?
On December
Yo, RIP them, bruh.
5th, 2020, Nitisha Lattimore met a gruesome fate when she was fatally stabbed. However, that
Damn.
wasn't the worst part. Her lifeless body was left in her Walnut Hills apartment for days before Brown, in a chilling act of callousness, attempted to dispose of her in the Ohio River. One would think this was where the atrocity ended, but Brown proved even more merciless, a move that still defies comprehension, as he took Nilo, still alive and undoubtedly terrified, and threw him into the river too. The boy's body has never been recovered, leaving a wound in the heart of the city that may never heal.
Oh no! I threw my son out there and I can't bring his body home. He did that to him.
As the
bro, y'all better give him a death sentence. What? Come on, I can see why that father got mad, bro.
Investigation unfolded, the evidence began to paint a picture of premeditation and cover-up. Brown had obtained a body bag, a detail that suggested a level of planning that made the crime all the more heinous.
Tonight, a new motive revealed for the killings of a 3-year-old and his mother.
What?
Deshaun Brown is accused of murdering Nitisha Lattimore and her son Nilo in 2020. Reporter Courtney Francisco joins us live now. And Courtney, detectives say this motive could have stemmed from a miscarriage that woman had?
According to reports, Nitisha had been pregnant with Brown's baby, but she miscarried. Unfortunately, Brown believed she killed his child and decided to seek revenge.
This is not PEMDAS, buddy. Because an unfortunate thing happened, that don't mean your ass gotta kill her child. What? Why don't you just get a new baby? You have to kill it? All right, bro. I don't think that's the right way to handle miscarriages, buddy.
Brown was arrested and charged with aggravated murder, tampering with evidence, and gross abuse of a corpse. The defense...
What does that mean? Do not tell me his freaky ass slept with her body afterwards.
Argued that Brown suffered from bipolar disorder, which should exempt him from the death penalty. The judge declared that while Brown may indeed have bipolar disorder, it did not impair his ability to exercise rational judgment or appreciate the nature, consequences, or wrongfulness of his conduct.
He suffered from a severe mental illness at the time of the offense's charge.
Yeah, I don't care. His ass could lose all his chromosomes. I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to get 2 years. Nah, buddy, you're getting 2,000. Stop.
And that severe mental illness significantly impaired his capacity to exercise rational judgment.
What no one was prepared for was to witness the courtroom become the stage for a drama that would see raw emotion and legal proceedings intertwine in a spectacle that was heart-wrenching. As the courtroom proceedings went on, the father of Nilo, Antonio Hughes, could no longer contain the rage brewing within him. He lunged at Brown with a ferocity that was both shocking and heartbreaking. The image of a father, driven by grief to confront the accused, would remain etched in the minds of all who witnessed it. He was eventually ordered to serve 7 days in jail for contempt of court.
Or you could give him $7 million. Y'all never thought of that? Come on, bruh. He deserved it anyway.
As the gavel came down at the Wayne County Circuit Court to seal the fate of
Hold on, what gavel came down? His fist or the actual gavel? Cause damn, he sought his ass, bro. That was a 200 HP damage right there.
Jasmine Gordon and Clifford Thomas, convicted in a case that shook the community to its core, the courtroom's solemn air was just about to be shattered. Just as the duo was sentenced, the father of their 3-year-old victim had some parting gift for them. Take a seat in the courtroom as we unravel the details of this tragic case
and
the father's heartbreaking reaction to being robbed of his little girl. The relationship between Jasmine, her boyfriend Clifford, and little Jamila Smith was a complex web, with Jamila depending on the couple for care and protection. All of this changed on September 18th, 2014, when Jamila was rushed to the hospital, unresponsive. The emergency medical technician who responded to the call pressed Jasmine for answers, but was met with silence. The forensic pathologist painted a grim picture of abrasions and internal bleeding, a torn pancreas, all undeniable signs of abuse. Jamila's death was ruled a homicide, and Jasmine and Clifford were apprehended. Throughout the trial, the courtroom was a battleground of emotions, especially as testimonies from medical personnel.
All right, yo, Judge, I'm sorry. No. Bring that cloud mushroom hair here, boy. Bro, what is that cut? Are you serious? You got a whole waterfall happening down here, bro. Come on, I don't know what's worse, the sentence or you looking at them, because I can't sit on court and watch this, bro.
Personnel who attended to Jamila indicated abuse.
This child had over 50 injuries, and they were at various stages of healing. The medical examiner also testified that it is highly unlikely that this child could have inflicted these wounds upon herself, even if she was clumsy.
Jasmine Gordon appeared emotionless throughout the court proceeding, her demeanor a stark contrast to the crime committed. Even the judge's scathing remarks weren't enough to get a reaction from her.
Pretended like you did not know that your child was being abused, either by you or the man that sat at home all day with your child while you worked and he did not.
You know it's bad when the judge is passionate about it, bro. Like, Like usually, I'm pretty sure judges gotta take emotions out of it. When they add emotion to the equation, oh, you're getting life, buddy. You might be getting death. I don't know. But how could you, like, as a mother, sit by idly watching your baby get two-pieced? Like, you not have a little compassion to be like, yo, that's my offspring, bro. I don't know, bro. Hopefully she gets jailed for life.
The court proceedings went on. Dwayne Smith, Jamila's grieving father, seemed to have had enough. In an unexpected move, he struck Thomas with a blow across the jaw, and a brawl ensued. The deputies intervened quickly.
You want to fight back when another man fights you back, but when a baby doesn't fight you back, you cool with that? Come on, bruh.
Pulling the two men apart. In the aftermath, the judge decided not to hold Dwayne Smith in contempt, and Clifford Thomas declined to press charges. Judge Margaret Van Houten delivered the sentence, with Jasmine Gordon receiving 7 to 15 years for involuntary manslaughter and an additional 14 to 25 years.
Wait, okay. What type of team of court is this? She got less years for killing the baby than abusing it? Okay, maybe I'm just a little slow, but let me know if I'm tripping. Are she supposed to get more years for killing the child?
As for first-degree child abuse as an aider and abetter. Clifford Thomas was handed a sentence of roughly 6 to 15 years for involuntary.
He got less time? Okay, yo, bro, apparently you could kill your baby and you won't get a lot of time. I don't know how this makes sense.
Voluntary manslaughter and 1 to 2 years for resisting and obstructing a police officer.
What's the next one?
I guess we're supposed to, in our hearts, forgive this clown.
Hell nah.
Who's touched our families, taken my child.
You don't even want to look at him, bro.
While our initial cases were focused on the murder of young children, our next baby killer didn't murder a child, but still, we all know every victim remains a child in the hearts of their parents. It was for this very reason that Van Terry, the father of one of 3 victims of Ohio serial killer Michael Madison, leaped over a table to attack the defendant in court.
Well, I know what that is. That's Edge. Hey, hit him with that WWE move, bro. I'm supporting you.
Minutes after the judge pronounced a death sentence. Take a seat at the Cuyahoga County Common Pleas Court, where this dramatic scene unfolds. Michael Madison, without a doubt,
give him 10 more years for that nut-ass lineup, bro.
Had a very troubled childhood, one he didn't enjoy the privilege of the warmth of a loving family. As he stumbled into adulthood, Madison's
if my child looked like a Whopper, you feel me? If my child looked like that too, I'd probably neglect him. I'm not even gonna lie. I know. My bad, but I'm just being real, dude. He looked like my left nutsack.
Name began to surface in the criminal.
Like, what happened here? Like, did the barber just say, hey, man, you ain't give me the full $20? Like, you only paid him $15? Like, why did he stop?
The world, with a long list of drug convictions starting from the early 2000s, but it was in 2002 that his true nature began to reveal itself. Convicted of attempted rape, Madison was registered as a sex offender, but this was just the beginning of his criminal spree. On July 19th, 2013, the world would get to know about Madison's heinous crimes when police responded to reports of a foul odor coming from a garage leased to Madison. Upon further investigation, they discovered a decomposing body lying inside. The investigation quickly intensified as law enforcement officers combed the area. Within a day, 2 more bodies were unearthed, one in a backyard and another in the basement of a vacant house.
All right, Jeffrey Dahmer. Wait, what's happening here? Dude, don't tell me you're putting acid on babies, bro.
Proximity of the bodies, all found within 100 to 200 yards of each other, wrapped in plastic bags, was an indication of the within 100 to 200 yards in the basement of a vacant house. Within a day, the proximity of the bodies, all found within 100 to 200 yards of each other, wrapped in plastic bags, was an indication of the calculated nature of the crimes.
Chilling headline from East Cleveland. Authorities believe they could very well have a serial killer in custody. 3 bodies found already. Investigators say they've been told by the suspect there could be more, all of them women. Police, the Sheriff's Department, the FBI, all on the scene tonight.
The victims were identified. Shatisha Sheely, 28 years old, had been missing since September 2012. Angela Deskins, 38, a resident of Cleveland, was reported missing in June 2013. And Sherelda Helen Terry, just 18, was last seen on July 10, 2013, leaving a Cleveland elementary school where she had a summer job. Madison was charged with 3 counts of aggravated murder in July 2013, and his bail was set for $6 million.
He don't even have enough money for a haircut. You think he's gonna post bond? You know damn well he not. Dude, come on, bro. Yeah, his ass gonna stay in there.
The trial of Michael Madison commenced on April 4th, 2016, and the prosecution presented a case built on a foundation of evidence, painting a vivid picture of Madison's guilt in the murders of Sherelda Terry Terry, Shatisha Sheely, and Angela Deskins.
R.I.P.
Madison, however, showed no remorse for his actions. It was a gesture that would provoke an intense
Who played tic-tac-toe on this man's head, bruh? Like, bruh, does your barber hate you that much? I feel like your barber kind of knew you were gonna get arrested.
response from Van Terry, the father of victim Sherelda Terry. Overcome with grief and anger, Terry lunged at Madison in a moment that captured the raw pain of a parent who had lost his child to a monster.
Damn.
I guess we're supposed to, in our hearts, forgive this clown.
Hell nah. Beat his ass up, dude.
Taking my child.
Get him, bruh. Pounce on his ass. Look at him smiling. Weirdo.
Terry was later released without charges.
Oh, he's lucky I wasn't working as a police officer, because I would have just like, this is him because he's bald, right? You feel me? Right there, I'd be like, oh, I ain't see none. I'd be like, these police, just, you know, get him a couple punches, bro. It ain't on none. You feel me?
His outburst understood by many as the reaction of a heartbroken father in the face of unimaginable provocation. Madison was eventually found guilty on all 13 counts.
It is a judgment of this court that the aggravated circumstances of course of conduct, felony murder, kidnapping, felony murder, rape, of which the defendant was convicted, outweigh the mitigating factors by proof beyond a reasonable doubt.
He was eventually sentenced to death for the murders of all 3 victims.
Get his ass
The
out
sentence
of
of death is imposed upon the defendant Michael Madison on counts 1, 4, and 7.
All right, next one. What do we got?
At the Merced County Superior Court, 18-year-old Devon Motchwain was about to
18?
discover that being in the courtroom would not save him from the swift hands.
Why are you murdering babies at 18? Are you jealous that you just turned into an adult? He was like, damn, dog. What?
Instant justice, charged with the murder of 9-month-old
back
Darius
up.
King
What type of
Grigsby in a
mugshot is
senseless
this?
drive-by shooting. Motchwain's plea of not guilty did little to stop his unexpected attack. The attacker? Someone no one ever expected to seek justice. On November 9th, 2022, 9-month-old Darius King Grigsby was caught in the crossfire of a drive-by shooting in Merced that would ultimately claim his life. The accused
That gotta be the worst way to die, bro. He caught us straight for no reason. He's only 9 months, bro. He didn't even get to see one yet.
Devon Motchwain, a teenager himself at just 18 years old, stood charged with the murder of this innocent soul. Upon his arrest, Motchwain had initially denied his involvement in the shooting, but eventually admitted. His confession to the police revealed there might be others involved in the shooting, but he refused to identify them. According to the police, the target was a man walking with the toddler's mother. Motchwain, however, surprised everyone by pleading not guilty to the charges of murder and attempted murder. As Motchwain stood before the judge, an unforeseen act of violence erupted. James McRae, an inmate with his own set of charges for a separate crime, broke the confines of order and launched an attack on Motchwain that shocked the courtroom and community.
I feel like even if he does go to jail, there better be like 5 big black Johnsons that are willing to give him the pipe, you know, or beat him up. Either way, I hope they don't treat him well in prison.
While many applauded his actions, understanding that he perhaps understood the pain of losing a young one, it still didn't change Motchwain's plea. Motchwain is presently locked up in the county jail, and his sentence has not just concluded.
Damn.
And emotions flared in the courtroom.
Who's Peter? Only Peter I know is Peter Parker.
Our next case unfolds at the Clark County Superior Court, where Ryan Burge...
Okay, what do you have to do to get into this? What is this fit right here, bruh? Does he identify as like a woman or something? Y'all got him in a dress, bruh.
Superior Court, where Ryan Burge, a man once trusted to care for a young soul, found himself at the center of a harrowing courtroom drama. Convicted of second-degree murder and manslaughter, Burge was about to face the wrath of a grieving family and a society struggling to comprehend the incomprehensible. This is the story of Hartley Anderson, a lovely 5-year-old with her entire life ahead of her, and Ryan Burge, the man who was entrusted with her care, but ultimately became responsible for her untimely demise.
Her mom's boyfriend, 37-year-old Ryan Burge, was babysitting her at the Madison Park Apartments in Northeast Vancouver.
Bro, that gotta be the worst thing ever, bro. Imagine having a boyfriend or a girlfriend and then you have them as a babysitter for your child and they end them, bro. Now you're forever gonna feel like it was your fault.
Was babysitting her at the Madison Park Apartments in Northeast Vancouver. Paramedics were called, and when police arrived, they found Hartley unconscious with severe head trauma.
Oh. Ryan Burge, a 37-year-old man, was Hartley's mum's live-in boyfriend. On that fateful day, November 2nd, 2018, Burge was tasked with a familiar responsibility to watch over Hartley while her mother worked and her siblings attended school. Hartley and Burge went about their routine, which included a trip to the grocery store. According to Burge's account to detectives, he claimed that when Hartley returned home from school, she threw a temper tantrum. His narrative continued to describe how he sent Hartley to her room, where he said she began to bang her head against the wall repeatedly. The emergency services were called to the Madison Park Apartments at approximately 5 in the evening, where they found Hartley with severe head trauma. She was rushed to a Portland Children's Hospital in a desperate attempt to save her life. Despite the best efforts of medical professionals, Hartley succumbed to her injuries, a stroke, and massive brain swelling sealing her tragic fate.
Burge will now face that first-degree murder charge and some other charges as well. Investigators say he injured 5-year-old Hartley Anderson so badly it killed her.
The neurosurgeon who attended to Hartley was certain in their assessment that the injuries she sustained were so severe that they could not have been self-inflicted. The courtroom was emotionally charged as
What can a 5-year-old girl possibly do for you to crash out this heavy? Now you gotta be on some sort of drugs.
Hartley's family were present for the proceedings. However, the prosecution painted a different picture during the trial. They insisted that Burge had savagely attacked Hartley in a fit of rage. Peter Anderson, Hartley's father, in a shocking act, launched himself at Burge, ready to unleash his fury. Thankfully, he was stopped before he could get to Burge and was promptly removed from the courtroom.
What do you mean, thankfully? No, I want him to do it. I want him to complete his mission. Get him, bro. Beat his ass.
Removed from the courtroom. The jury found Burge guilty of second-degree murder and manslaughter. Judge Jennifer Snyder presided over the sentencing and delivered a sentence of 40 years in prison, emphasizing the deliberate cruelty of the attack on Hartley. Despite this conviction, it wasn't enough to erase the heartbreaking feeling of grief the family of Hartley felt.
R.I.P. See her graduate from high school, be married or anything. He took that from us. He took the joy we had with her away. I just hope the system works.
Wow,
I hope the system works.
All right, that was sad, bro.
She broke both of my daughter's femurs. She slashed from the inside out. She broke every bone in my daughter's face.
Our final.
Who are y'all dealing with, bro? Where are y'all finding these people? What do you mean you're arranging people's skulls, bro? You trying to make babies look like Kimamaru from Naruto, bro? Relax.
Case unfolds at the Cuyahoga County Common Pleas Court, where LaCynthia Tidmore, a 25-year-old from Garfield Heights, found herself at the center of a legal storm after a hit-and-run accident that claimed the life of a young 9-year-old girl, Desire Mays. While she wasn't physically attacked by the victim's parents, she was about to witness an unexpected and shocking confrontation. The story begins on a November morning in 2017 in the community of Euclid. Desire Mays, a 9-year-old girl, was making her way to the bus stop, headed for school. However, as Desire crossed Babbitt Road, a vehicle, driven by Tidmore, struck her. Rather than stopping to render aid or call for help, Tidmore fled the scene, leaving young Desire injured on the streets. It wasn't long before Tidmore's vehicle was discovered at a nearby gas station, abandoned and bearing the scars of the recent collision. Tidmore, perhaps realizing the gravity of her actions, made arrangements to turn herself in. She was charged with aggravated vehicular homicide and failure to stop after an accident. The investigation revealed no prior criminal history that could predict such behavior. Tidmore, at her original sentencing hearing, claimed that she did not realize she had hit a child. Despite her assertion, the legal system found Tidmore guilty of the charges. After pleading guilty to third-degree felony charges of aggravated vehicular homicide and failure to stop after an accident, Tidmore faced the consequences of her actions in a courtroom presided over by Cuyahoga County Common Pleas Court Judge Peter J. Corrigan. Just before she was sentenced, the mother of the victim had some scathing words for LaCynthia, words that proved even more brutal than fists.
But I have to sit here and look at this woman who killed my daughter and she laughed in my face like it was a joke. How is that sorry? She broke both of my daughter's femurs. She slashed
from the inside out. She broke every bone in my daughter's face.
Judge Peter J. Corrigan initially handed down the maximum consecutive sentences on the 2 charges. However, an appeal led to the
Why are you crying? You're the one who ran someone over.
Consideration of the sentence.
Woman will spend the next 8 years behind bars for a hit and run that killed a 9-year-old girl last November.
In the end, Tidmore was again sentenced to 8 years in prison, the maximum possible sentence for her charges. Additionally, it was determined that upon her release from prison, she would be subject to 3 years of mandatory post-release control. In a move that underscored the gravity of the offense, Tidmore's driver's license was also suspended for life. Each of these courtroom attacks highlights the depth of pain that the loss of a child can inflict. The sad fact is, no amount of punishment is ever enough to erase this pain. If you found—
Damn, bruh. Anyways, YouTube, those are when baby killers react to prison sentences. RIP to all the victims and their childs, bruh. It gotta suck. Let me know what y'all think, man. Make sure you guys subscribe, join us on Discord, catch us on Twitch. All that good stuff, man. Waxter for life. Love y'all, and peace. And keep your children safe from these people, bruh.